Many of you out there are single, but do you know how to be single and happy? Hey there, it's Susan Winter, and I got this request during a live show. I have live shows every Thursday at 2 p.m. And one of my followers said to me, you need to do a video on being single and being happy. So let me start with what is the primary way to set yourself up for being happy, and it's a mindset. What are your views about being single? Really ask yourself, do you have in your mind some kind of encoding that says being single means I'm less, I'm left out, I'm unwanted, I'm rejected, I'm worthless, I'm not attractive, I'm not successful? Is it a negative? Because if you have been out in the dating world, and I'm assuming you have, if you're clicking on this channel, you know, a lot of the work that I do is about dating games and about trying to illuminate red flags so that you don't think it's you doing something when it's actually strange behavior from them and you're not blaming yourself. And also, I spent a lot of time talking about when it is you, what you could do better to be a better partner. But if you go out every single day with the attitude that you are less because you are single, that is a very heavy mantle. That is a weight that is unnecessary. It is not true. And thankfully, in this time period, people are questioning the validity of that way old concept that being single means being unwanted, especially if you're a lady, you're unwanted. If you're a guy, you're taking your time. That double standard does not fit. Let me put it to you this way. If you're dating and every time you go out, you are met with bad behavior, dates that are not suitable, people that don't want what you want, people that maybe want what you want, but they don't really want it with you, what would be the logical next move to make according to high self-esteem and awareness? Maybe don't keep doing the same thing that makes you unhappy and feel dejected. Whether it's scrolling through Instagram and seeing unrealistic pictures of lifestyles that are propped up and bodies that are altered and thinking that's the truth, or thinking that everybody in a relationship is happy but you. Have you ever talked to people in a relationship? I cannot tell you how many people unload to me way before I was in this business, whether it's they capture me in a bathroom because they've seen me on TV, or it's that I was working in business myself, and I hear the horror stories of the inside of the perfect looking relationship. One, it would be insane for you to do repetitively things that make you feel badly. And if you've hit a time period where dating is not making you happy, stop. A logical person would stop. A person who loves himself would stop. Now, let's say you've taken a time out, and let's say you find yourself being single by choice. You did the time out. Why do you think that the world does not belong to you? You will have to pay twice as much for a hotel room and a cruise. I can attest to that myself. More and more people are loving the fact that they are single. You get to luxuriate anything you want to do. Saturday morning, you're not running to go do some activity that a partner wants to do. You're not waking up in the morning worrying if you have bad breath. You're not hoping you look good when you take off your clothes. You're not doing any of that. Every day, guess what? It's what you want to do. Every bit of music, what you want to listen to. Everything you see on TV or that you play on your laptop, it's what you want. Every moment of your life is dedicated to finding what you enjoy. You know, I have known so many women who've been married early in life, finally got free of a husband, barely got their breath, and then got another partner because that was what one did. And I remember a gal who was in her already late 50s, exquisitely beautiful, crazy beautiful. One of the original Pan Am stewardesses, like if you've ever seen that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, it's fabulous. I think it's called Catch Me If You Can. And it just shows they were the superstars. They were nurses, they went international, they dated the most wealthy and amazing people because you had to have a lot of money to fly first class. And she said to me at the end of her second marriage, she said, I don't know what I like. She never considered it. She was so busy adjusting herself to what her partner wanted. She said, I'm listening to music and realizing I like this and I like that. And she was like a kid who had just opened up a portal to an entirely new world. Discovering that you are single can be so delicious. And I promise you, as I mentioned in the live show, the fear of being alone is more here than it is reality. I think I was in my early 40s and I suddenly realized that the person I loved, that wasn't going to happen. And I had this huge house all to myself. And I remember thinking, it's a weekend, oh, what a loser, I'm at home. And I realized that I didn't know how to be alone with myself. I mean, I might have grown up alone, but in that moment, that mindset, and that age, I didn't know how to be alone. And I went through it for an entire weekend. And I set myself to like, I'm going to be alone. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to be okay with being with me. And I realized that I was more afraid of how I thought I'd feel. And I turned on the TV. I had a TV and I hadn't watched it in like 3 years. And I turned it on. I started reading something. I went upstairs and put this cozy little kind of like throw around me. And it was just delicious. I had my own thoughts, my own feelings. I had time to think of nothing. And these are the benefits of being alone. Mental clarity, because the input is basically yours. Lack of problems. People are wonderful. We go into relationships thinking, oh, I'm going to have somebody to share the downtimes with me. Not always. Remember your last relationship? Listen to your girlfriends and your guy friends, what they're saying. That person is there. Sometimes all they're doing is bringing you more problems, not less. Now the problems you have, it's your load, right? These are beautiful aspects of being single and enjoying it. And you can never, ever enjoy it until what I said at the top of this recording is that if you think there's something wrong with you and you buy into that thinking, you'll never be happy. If you can start to look at it like you have those peaceful moments that partnered people, if they were honest, would say, God, I wish I just had an hour to myself. I just want an hour. They envy you. They really do. You don't know it. So please don't project some amazing life onto something you see in a post or a couple that you see in that great moment where they look happy and love. They might be, but relationships are ups and downs. And for as much gain, there is equal loss. Trust me. When you have time to be alone, enjoy it, embrace it, and build yourself up from the inside out. Find your hobbies, find your friends, do everything you don't have time to do when you're busy taking care of your partner. Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. If you'd like a consultation, chat me up, go to the consultation page. I have great digital products. I think you would like Allowing Magnificence. It's a little book that I wrote, and it'll tell you a lot about the challenges that you face and that everything has a reason. Yeah, everything, even the stuff that we don't like. There's always a gem packed inside what appears to be garbage. Thanks a lot. Take care now.